When did ignoring military orders prove you right? Afghanistan, 2009. Our captain was fresh out of West Point, eager to make his mark. Intelligence reported Taliban fighters holed up in a compound 2 miles from our base. Captain ordered a full frontal assault, daylight raid, maximum force, show of strength. We're going to smoke these guys, he announced during the briefing. Something felt wrong. I've been in country for 8 months, knew how these operations usually went. Taliban don't just sit around waiting to get hit. They plan, they adapt, they learn. But I was just a staff sergeant. Captain had the college degree, the shiny bars, the tactical training. Who was I to question orders? The compound sat in a valley with high ground on 3 sides. Perfect kill zone. Every instinct screamed ambush, but Captain dismissed my concerns. Intel says 15 fighters, light weapons only. We'll overwhelm them with superior firepower. Night before the mission, I couldn't sleep. Kept thinking about that valley, those hills, the perfect positioning for an attack. My gut was telling me this was wrong. 2 hours before launch, I made a decision that could have ended my career. Went to our Afghan interpreter, asked him about the compound. His face went white. That place is cursed. No one goes there. Even Taliban avoid it. Why? Soviet patrol got trapped there in 1987. All killed. Same hills, same setup. That's when I knew. This wasn't just bad tactics, it was history repeating itself. But orders were orders, and mine were to follow Captain's plan. Except I couldn't. Not with 18 soldiers' lives at stake. Made another career-ending decision. Called in sick. Food poisoning. Couldn't join the mission. Lieutenant Davis would have to take my squad. Captain was furious. You're letting your team down, Sergeant. Maybe. But I was also potentially saving their lives. The convoy left at 6 a.m. I watched from the tower, sick with guilt, but certain I'd made the right choice. Radio chatter started normal. Approaching target area, no movement visible. Then everything went wrong. Contact left. Contact right. We're surrounded. The hills erupted with gunfire. Not 15 fighters with light weapons. 50 insurgents with RPGs, machine guns, mortars, coordinated ambush, perfectly executed. Captain's voice cracked over the radio. Need immediate backup. We're pinned down. Quick reaction force launched within minutes. Air support scrambled, but the damage was already done. 7 wounded, 2 critical. Could have been worse if they hadn't called for extraction immediately. Captain took shrapnel in both legs. Investigation revealed massive intelligence failure. The compound was bait. Taliban had been planning this for weeks, waiting for Americans to take the obvious target. My food poisoning saved my life and possibly others. If my squad had been there, casualties would have doubled. Captain never spoke to me again. Got medically retired 6 months later. Still walks with a limp. Lieutenant Davis pulled me aside afterwards. You knew, didn't you? Suspected? Why didn't you speak up? Would you have listened? He thought about it. Probably not. That's the thing about military hierarchy. Sometimes experience matters more than rank. Sometimes a sergeant who's been in country for months knows more than a captain fresh from the States. But you can't just refuse orders because you have a bad feeling. I got lucky. My insubordination looked like illness, not defiance. 3 months later, new captain arrived. First thing he did was ask for input from senior NCOs. You guys know this area. What am I missing? Smart officer. Learned from his predecessor's mistakes. I served out my deployment without incident. Got promoted to sergeant first class. Never had to disobey orders again because commanders started listening to their enlisted soldiers. The compound? Still there. Still empty. Intel marked it as a known ambush site. No one goes near it now.